Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. This is your girl Blessing Codes. So, today we're going to write a very simple beginner's Python code. Our assignment is to write a code for Billsplitter. Basically, okay, so let's assume that my friends and I go out to a restaurant, we eat, we're given a bill, we pay $12% tip, and then split our bill among ourselves. This code is going to tell us precisely how much each person is going to pay. So on my screen is the input we're going to use to validate my code. So basically, we're going to put that the bill is $150. We are going to tip 12% and then split it among 5 people. At the end of the day, each of us should pay $33.60. So let's get to it. Alright, so I'm going to start by printing a welcome message. It's always good to welcome your users. Alright, so we're going to use the print function. So, welcome to the bill. I'm calling it the Billsplitter. Splitter. Should I make that one word or two words? Let's make it one word. Billsplitter! Exclamation, goofy face. I mean, why not? We're going to write code, we might as well have fun while doing it. Alright, so print welcome to the Billsplitter! Exclamation, smiley face. Okay, so we need three information from the user. We need the amount of the bill, how much percent tip they will give, and how many people will be splitting the bill. So let's use input function to grab that information. So input, open close parenthesis, open close quote. How much is your bill? Question space. And then I'm going to use a $sign. Another input. How many guests are splitting this bill? Question space. Another input. How much tip do you wish to give? Question space. Okay, so I'm going to do a concatenation. So I'm going to give the user options. So let's use the plus, double quote. Let's say 10, comma space. Let's do 12%. Plus another double quote, 12, comma space. And then one last option. Plus double quote or 15%. Okay, so yep. How much tip do you want to give? 10, 12, or 15%? All right, so right now, when we get this information, the computer wouldn't know what to do with it. So we need to assign our input values to a variable. So I'm going to go back and call my first input bill. I'm going to call my second input guests. So how many guests? And then my last input, I'm going to call it tip. Equal. All right. So when I get this information, the system is going to read them as strings, but for me to be able to do calculations with them, I need them converted to either integers or float. Integers will give you whole numbers, or could be negative or positive. Float gives you decimals, so it doesn't really matter. Like the bill could be a float, it could be $50.30 or 5,000 naira and 20 kobo, who knows, depending on the currency you are using. So I'm going to convert the bill to float, and then guest is going to be an integer because you can't have a fraction of a guest. There's no such thing as half a human. So let's convert our bill to an integer. So I'm going to call the new variable bill int equal, and then I'm going to use the function int int open parenthesis bill. So this converts my bill to an integer. And then I'm going to convert, no, sorry, my bill can be a float. It can have decimal. Okay, my guest, so guest int or guest float. I'm gonna call it guest float because I'm not sure if I put the word float if it will mess with the program. So I'm gonna call it guest flow, and then sorry, guest int, never mind. What are you doing, blessing? Snap out of it. Okay, so int guests. Again, why am I using float for bill? Because bill, dollar bill or naira bill, any currency does have fractions in it. Like in dollar, you can put $10.50, but a number of guests, you cannot have half a human, so we're going to use integer. And then tip, it could be an so since we are giving the user options and those options are int, let's convert tip to int. Equal int tip. All right, so now that we are done doing that, let's go ahead and actually do some calculations. So first thing first, let's convert our tip to percentage. So I'm going to call this tip percent equal, we're going to take our tip int and divide it by 100. So if we're given 12%, that will be 12 divided by 100. So tip int divided by 100. All right. Okay, so what do we need to do? We need to calculate the total cost of our bill. Let's call that total bill equal, it's going to be the bill which we converted to int plus, and then bill again times the tip percent. I'm pretty sure that's the correct formula. Okay, so let me check something real quick by using the print function. I want to see I want to see if my formula is correct. So total bill. Okay, so let's see what happens here. So let's run this program. Okay, welcome to the Billsplitter exclamation goofy face. How much is your bill? Let's use $100 for simplicity's sake. How many guests are splitting this bill? Let's say 2 again for simplicity's sake. How much tip do you want to give? We're going to use 10. So 10% of $10 is 10. So we should have a total bill of 110. So let me see if I did that correct. Perfect. All right. So the total bill should be 110. So I'm glad I typed that right. If I hadn't typed it right, that would have been a shame. All right. So now we have our total bill. The next thing we want to do is convert our. We want to split. Okay. So we want to split our bill into 6 or into how many guests. So we're going to say split bill equal total bill divided by guest int. Okay, so S, that's why it is showing that error underline message. All right. So we are going to print out our result. So we're going to say print. So we're going to print out the split bill, but I don't want to just print split bills. I want to add some words to them. So I'm going to use I think it's called the F function. So I'm going to say F string, I believe is what it's called. So this allows me to print different data points. So I can print a string a float, an integer, all on the same line by using that F string. All right, so I'm going to say, but I need to put this in a curly bracket. Okay, so I'm going to say each person pays, and then the split bill. All right, so let's run this again. See what we get. Did I misspell something? Yes, I did. That is why I have that red line. Split bill. Still haven't corrected my mistake. What is wrong with you, Blessing? Split. Holy cow. Where's the P? I keep putting the P in the wrong spot or deleting it. Anyway, print each person pays, and then it's going to pull the value from the split bill calculation I did. Okay, so let's see what I'm missing. Welcome to the Billsplitter. How much is your bill? $100. Again, I'm using $100 just for simplicity's sake. How many guests are splitting this? 2 people. How much tip do you wish to give? Let's do 10%. And each person pays $55. That's about right. Okay, so let's go back to what we need to. So it says format the result to 2 decimal places. Okay, I'm going to use the round function. So round, and I'm going to round to 2 decimal places. Let's see if that works. So clear my console, run. Okay, how much is your bill? Let's do 150. How many guests are splitting this bill? Let's do 5. How much tip do you wish to give? 12. Each person pays $33.60. Okay, so it is still not printing that extra 0 at the end, and I'm not sure how to fix that or what I am doing wrong. Okay, so this is what I have now. I will go and do some Google search and figure this out, but I'm going to stop right here. Thanks for tuning in and staying with me. I will see you when I post the next challenge. Thanks again for watching. Bye.